So by now, most of you probably already know what has happened in Marvel Comics over the course of the last year. Now everything of course started in the brand new Captain America comics that were centering on Steve Rogers, as the title would suggest. But quickly within the first issue, people found out that they were being thrown into a twist as Captain America himself found himself a member of Hydra. Now this is all good and fine, mostly, not really though, because everybody flipped out without reading the actual comic or doing any sort of research, but recently things kind of got to an overly negative aspect in the comic verse when it was revealed that Hydra actually always won World War II, and there was some time manipulation going on. So now some of the writers behind Secret Empire and this twist actually revealed their influence for doing this to Steve Rogers. And you pretty much have Star Wars to either congratulate or blame for it. So this is what Nick Spencer says, and I quote, "One of my favorite things about Secret Empire is you get to see Marvel heroes as underground resistance fighters. That's very different dynamic for superhero characters. One you don't usually see. A lot of the time Secret Empire feels like it's channeling Star Wars, more than any other previous Marvel stories. I watched Rogue One about a bajillion times to capture the vibe, a dark war story, but still with some humor and character chemistry." And then he adds, "RE, last thread, woke up people actually saying, but Rogue One is about people fighting fascism. Shake my head. Yeah, so is Secret Empire." The most accurate subtitle you could give would be Marvel's Heroes versus a fascist takeover of the US. Read the book. Now obviously he is making a Star Wars comparison here, and I think it's one that kind of makes a whole lot of sense. You know, if you really think about it, Anakin was the chosen one. He was the golden boy. He was like the big one we're meant to follow along. And then he turns to the dark side, but in the end he sees the light and he takes it back. You know, he ends up what the good thing was. Now whether the prophecy or whatever was about him, that still remains to be discussed by a lot of fans, and Disney will probably touch upon that at some point. But if you think about it, Captain America went out there, he fought the Nazis, he's seen as the symbol, you know, he is like the most iconic, if you will, when it comes to history of Marvel. You know, his covers on comics and everything, and now that the fact they've undone that has kind of changed everything and put it in a different perspective. Now, how this ends up shaking out, as he says, read the book, so maybe the alternate universe is an alternate universe to an alternate universe. You know, we don't really know. We don't know, but keep an open mind, I guess, and, you know, read the book and we'll find out.